Good morning. Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 3 of Ember. So I've started getting photographs. I was going to show you all the photographs, but I've just gotten so many. And so there's been buds, there's been like white flowers, maybe they're snowdrops. There's been kind of pots with bulbs coming up in them. And so I'm really rejoicing that feeling within myself of Ember, that in the midst of everything, in the midst of rest, in the midst of action, in the midst of anything that's going on in my life, there is always this deep core of wellness somewhere in me that's always there. And I just have to connect to it. So even now in the deep of winter, there is something that is alive and vital and vibrant, and it's there all the time, and we just have to notice it. So that's what we're noticing in ourselves, and then that's also what we're noticing in the nature around us. So come lie on the floor. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow will be a Sunday yum, so today we're going to be a bit more active again. Have your towel or your cloth, and we're going to do a little bit more of this rowing in many directions. Okay, come. So lying down on the floor, landing in. I'm just finding this moment, this place. Having a bit of a wiggle to really connect to the floor. Feel the back of your head clearly. Even like rock and lift your shoulders and then your pelvis, or one shoulder and then the other, or unpack, or really kind of rejoice in the floor. Stretch using the floor. Maybe have a yawn stretch. They're called pandiculations. Nice. Feet are hip distance apart, flat on the floor, and just begin to roll up along your spine. And then roll down, landing all the way down onto the floor. And again, rolling up along your spine. And then slowly rolling down to land on the floor. And again, rolling up. Feel the flat of your feet, that connection to the floor. And rolling all the way down. Last time, rolling up along your spine and pause on the up. Feet are connected, knees are slightly moving towards each other, shoulders are strong. Maybe have a bit of a walk with your shoulders on the floor. So just wiggle, so rock, so one shoulder lifts and then the other shoulder lifts. And you're just rocking from one side to the other. Nice. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Arms are long beside you. Turn your palms so they're face down. And really, like, maybe lift one heel, drop it down, lift the other heel. Like move your feet so you feel connected. And travel all the way down to land on the floor. And drop your arms overhead and both knees down to the right. Just feel that length through the deep left side of your belly. Maybe there's a yawn or a sense of connection. Back up to center, arms to center, straight over your chest, knees to center, over your feet. And then drop your knees down towards the left, drop your arms overhead, and feel the length through the right side of your body. Maybe again, there's a yawn, a stretch, a deeper sense of connection. Nice, and back up to center. So knees to the right, arms overhead. Back to center with your arms, with your knees. Knees to the left, arms overhead. Back up to center. And just begin to travel from side to side and really coordinate that your arms and knees travel back to center at the same time and your arms and knees travel over to the floor at the same time. So often our knees will travel faster. So how do you slow your knees down so your arms and knees travel at the same time? How do you hear different parts of your body moving at the same time and coordinate their action together? Nice. Come back up to center. So feet are flat on the floor, drop your knees towards each other so you're stabilizing the pelvis. Arms are still up towards the ceiling, and then draw a circle with your arms or your hands towards the ceiling so you're rolling like there's a clock between your shoulder blades. And just feel that. Deep down between your shoulder blades, you're rolling a circle. And so where your hands are, even though they are guiding the movement, it's not where the root of the movement is. So the root of the movement is the deep space at the back of your body that you're rolling on the floor. So connect to the floor and then roll in the other direction, hearing that space between, around, and into the deep of your shoulders. Nice. Come back to center. So keeping your feet flat, keeping your knees center, roll over onto your right shoulder and see what it's like to bring your right arm long along the floor. My feet are still flat on the floor, so I'm not rolling. So my pelvis is moving a bit because I'm all connected. There's no option. But I'm not rocking my knees down and my arms down to the right. My knees are trying to stay center. Come back up to center. And then keeping your knees center, feet flat, roll over towards the left. And then back to center. And there's a kind of a moment where I roll up onto my shoulder and my head lifts off the floor. Roll up onto my shoulder. So just feel that deep, like up over your shoulder blade. And it's this like, it massages something. There's these muscles called the teres. And the teres are the stabilizers of how the back of your scapula and your humerus, the upper bone of your arm, how they stabilize with each other. It's almost like, if you were to grip a handbag under your elbow, it's those muscles at the back of your shoulder that do it. And so for me, teres, I love massaging teres. So this is a teres massage. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. So squeeze your knees up towards your chest, hug them in, and just pause there. Let's get a sense in this moment as we feel into our body. I got a text from Murray yesterday to say that my repetition of consistency, that consistency of practice, that turning up and meeting ourselves is the practice. It's not actually what we're doing, it's the meeting of self that is the thing. And so as we connect, as we meet ourselves today, what's that like? So just rock your knees from side to side. Again, now we're massaging through the deep shoulders, but also the mid back and the pelvis. So just feel that. So there's other sensations happening. Before, when we were doing just the arms from side to side, it was very upper back and sides of shoulders. Now there's many different places that are feeling compression and connection. Nice. Elbows to the floor. Roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. So now as you roll, feel the floor behind you. And so even though our knees are moving and there is this great big movement with our knees, the focus is on the contact, that deep pressure into the back of our bodies, that sense of connection, movement, really mapping the lower back, pelvis, buttocks, and then roll in the other direction. So often, it's like we see the leaves and the branches of something, but we don't see the root of something. So sometimes it's the lagging accumulation or the choices we make now don't affect us really now, but they'll affect us in time. So there's this kind of time thing that happens. Squeeze your knees towards your chest. So, like, my fitness choices over the last year are presenting within me right now. It's like the accumulation of all of that within me. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling, pause there. And so, really looking at what are the choices you're making today and who will you be based on the choices you're making. I've been reading these I've been thinking, because before I start any action, the spring action, the commitments to things, I start thinking about what it is that I want to commit to. Point your toes, flex your feet. I was reading a really good article the other day, and it said the most efficient people are ones who think for 8 hours and then do for 2. And so I'm really planning or thinking about what would be really of benefit for me, what would have a really important or a profound effect in my life if I was to commit to it. And it's not the consequences, the leaves and the branches, it's the root of something. It's like, what's the essence of something? What's a repeatable, doable thing that I could do in my day, starting in spring, still far, far away, that would have a cumulative effect on my life? Nice. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and just pause. Nice. Super. So roll all the way over. Just come up into your cat pose for a moment. And just shoulder shrug. So squeeze your shoulders back, push your shoulders forward. Squeeze your shoulders back, push your shoulders forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. Round your back into a cat pose. And then arch your back, look forward. Round your back, cat. Arch your back, forward. Round your back. Arch. Round your back. Arch. So the last 2 days when we were bringing our foot forward, we stood up. So we'll do the first 2 like that, or not stood up, we kneeled up. So rise up high on your knees and then step your right foot forward to the right side of your mat and then bring your hands back down onto the floor. So that's one way of getting your legs forward. Okay, so round your back, arch your back. So as we round and arch, you're going to meet the deep groin, the adductors and the abductors of your leg. Just feel that. Arching, rounding. Nice. Pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. Turn your head and chest towards the right. Bend your front knee a little bit more so that it's over your foot. And then bringing your thumb to the front of your shoulder, pull your right elbow more up towards the ceiling. So your elbow is the direction that your arm will go in. And then you just lengthen your arm. If at any stage lengthening your arm doesn't feel comfortable, then just bend your elbow again. And so widen into the back of your body. Open into the front. Feel the contact of the left hand on the floor and feel the rebound from that hand. So the more you engage down like a springboard, the more the top hand, the right hand, is going to reach up towards the ceiling. So I have a feeling of a dynamic of pushing down, which gives you length upwards. Nice. Wrap your right hand behind your back so it rests into your lower back. Draw your right shoulder down towards the floor. Turn towards the right with your chest. Right shoulder down. Turn. Right shoulder down. Turn. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Both knees back. Rising up. Step your left foot forward. Left foot to the wide of your mat. Both hands to the floor. Round your back and arch your back. So for me, it's in the arching that I really meet my hip. So rounding, and then as soon as I arch, I feel this leaning into the deep groin as I arch. So I really lean into it more. I'm like, great, this is an opportunity for you to mobilize into the deep hip, the deep inner thigh. Nice. Pull your left elbow back into lawnmower. Turn your chest and head towards the left. Bring your thumb to the front of the shoulder and then dial in your twist. So pull your elbow deeply back and then extend your arm up. Bring your knee over your foot and then find the rebound. So connect down into the floor with the right hand as you extend upwards with the left. The front. Nice. Wrap your left hand behind your back so it comes to rest into your lower back. Drop your left shoulder down to your knee. Turn your chest towards the left. Down towards the floor, down towards your knee. Turn down towards your knee and turn. Nice. Both hands to the floor, both knees back. So before we rose up onto our knees and then stepped our foot forward, you can continue to do that or lean over. I'm going to do it where I'm sideways. Lean over towards the left, come up onto the right fingertips, and then send your leg out to the side and around the corner. So giving yourself space to swing your leg around the corner is a really nice way to get your foot to the outside of your right hand. And just pause there. So knee is beside your shoulder, big toes beside your baby finger, and then rise up. Nice. Holding onto your right hand with your right knee. Sweep your left hand across into elephant. So it's side bending. And it's the sense of I'm lengthening and opening and leaning backwards with my left hand. As I hold my right thigh with my right hand. Nice. Sweep the left hand behind you. Hold on to the left thigh and sweep the right arm back into elephant. And then just travel from side to side. Right hand down, left arm across. Left hand holds your thigh, right arm across. One more time each side. Right hand thigh, left arm across. And left hand thigh, right arm across. Super. Both hands to the floor. Lean towards the left. Sweep that right foot back and down. Both hands to the floor. Lean towards the left. No, lean towards the right, sorry. Lean towards the right. Come up onto the fingertips of the right hand. Sweep your left hand, left foot out to the side and bring your left foot forward. So the left foot was coming forward there. I'm not sure what I did with my left and right. They all went a bit wonky. and then rising up. So always with these ones, you can have, there's these amazing knee pads that you can get, or if you have a bit of memory foam, use it underneath your knees, or you can use, yeah, there's all kind of soft and squishy things around your house that you could kneel on. That would be wonderful if you find that kneeling is difficult. Otherwise, all these movements can be done in a chair if you find kneeling is difficult. So sweep your right arm across into elephant. I'm holding onto my thigh with my left. All the way back. Sweep your right arm across as you hold, left arm across as you hold your right thigh. Sorry, they've gone wonky. Right arm across, holding onto your left thigh. And then left arm across, holding onto your right thigh. Nice, one more time. Hold onto your left thigh, right arm across. Hold onto your right thigh, left arm across. Super. Both hands to the floor. Lean towards the right. Bring that left foot back. Nice. Sweep your feet down, over, and come forward. You just have a moment of grab your tea towel. And so reach your arms forward. So draw your arms in, so towards you, and then forward. So towards, forward, towards, and I do a bit of a squeeze here. I feel like I'm really trying to squeeze my elbows backwards and squeeze my shoulders backwards. And then forward, I'm rounding my shoulders deeply, like I'm trying to push as far forward as I can. So towards and forward. Over towards the left, towards, in, out, center, in, out, right, in, out, forward, in, out, left, in, out, center, in, out, right, in, out, and center. So now we're going to sweep from side to side. Right, in, out, all the way to the left, in, out, right, left. And I kind of feel this kind of sweeping feeling that I want to kind of lean a little bit into it forward as I do this. And it's kind of like I'm rowing. I wonder, I know it's a different movement, but I have this image of a gondolier in Venice. It's a very different movement, but they have this kind of graceful, uprising power as they maneuver these amazing boats around the waterways of Venice. One more time each side. Nothing like a bit of sound effects. Oh, I love it. So roll your shoulders, big circles. So this, the very first day I talked about having your stick. And so we will progress onto the stick. We will move towards the stick. The cloth is much more soft with your shoulders. And as time goes by, we're going to move it towards being a stick. Roll your shoulders in the other direction. Nice. Twist towards the right, twisting deeply. Pause. And then twist towards the left. Pause. Nice. And then come lie on the floor. So I'm going to do a 5-minute meditation. If you're not doing the meditation, then just lie down for 30 seconds or a minute or so. If you're doing a meditation, woohoo! So grab your, whatever it is that you're doing. You know, I always say this every single morning. Grab your blanket, your eye cushion, your Shakti mat, your tennis balls if you're putting them underneath the back of your buttocks, your red light, still point inducer, your yoga block, whatever it is that you set yourself up with. How do you land in? I'm going to start using this thing, my cloth over my eyes. Oh, very nice. Um, so landing in, arriving onto the floor. And so unpack yourself. So, like, I'm going to really lean out into my elbows to give my shoulders a bit of space and then reach through my arms. I'm going to take up as much space as I can with my arms. And then, same with my legs. I'm going to like really wiggle and unpack my legs. So I feel that I'm really like big in my body. Same thing, your neck. How would you let yourself be longer? And then imagine that your torso is widening into all five limbs. So your belly is widening and filling down into your legs. Your chest is widening and filling down into your arms. Your spine is lengthening from your coccyx all the way to the top of your head. And then really let yourself settle into the support that you've created. This environment of connection and depth. Another quote that I was reading this amazing book at the moment. And so I was saying, if you're trying to find the deepest part, like the self or the sense of you, you'll find it in the deep moments of you. And so just see as you drop into yourself here, as you feel into the sense of the torso, the legs, the arms, the head, the practice of movement that we've just created together, this moment in your body. Can you drop into a deeper version of you? That inside space that only you live in. Maybe it's like a still pond. Maybe it's like a river roaring down through you. Maybe it's like a pot boiling, steam. Maybe it's a bit foggy or misty. No matter. Whatever way you are, let that be how it is right now. I really feel the sense of this. Let the sensations come to you. It's like when we're out in nature, noticing detail like clouds and sunlight and trees and birds, the temperature, the land we're standing on. And so, same thing here. Let the environment or the landscape of you, just let it emerge as you walk within yourself. And then maybe you want to bring your hands to your belly or surround like a star, like a diamond around your navel. And just check in with the sense of in this moment as I lie here. What is the sense of my navel? the deep ember of me, the deep core, the hara. They talk about this area in so many different traditions. Sometimes just below the navel, sometimes it is the navel. I'm just feeling. Nice. So if you can stay there, that would be wonderful. Maybe another few minutes, just resting in the deep of you, resting in the felt sense of this moment in your body. If you have to head off into your day, that's also really wonderful. So I will see you all tomorrow for Sunday Yum. Oh, it's so yum, the Sunday Yum. And so, yeah, be well. And I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao.